One snowy morning, Elsa heard a strange whisper echoing through the mountains. It was an ancient call from the north. "Anna," Elsa said, "do you hear that?" Anna listened, hearing a song made of snowflakes. "It's beautiful and a little spooky," she said. With Olaf, they followed the sound into a forest made of shimmering ice. The trees sang with a gentle hum. A glowing stag appeared. "Queen of Snow, the whispering forest is fading. Its heart of frost has been stolen by shadows." They found a deep ice canyon with a shadowy mist swirling around a frozen blue gem, the heart of frost. Elsa stepped forward, but the shadows hissed. Anna grabbed Elsa's hand. "We face this together, remember?" Together, they froze the shadows and freed the gem. The forest's whisper grew joyful. The heart of frost returned to the forest spirit. The whispering forest is alive once more because of your love and courage. As they walked back to Arendelle, the whispers of the forest sang softly in the wind. In Lumeria lived 4 princesses: Amara, who spoke with animals; Alara, skilled with maps; Celine, who heard the wind; and Isla, who solved riddles. One day, the royal crown of harmony vanished, casting gloom over the kingdom. King Alaric urged them to find it. Celine heard the wind whisper clues, and Alara found footprints leading to the forest. There, Isla solved a riddle to open a hidden tunnel. Inside, the path split, testing each princess's unique skill. Amara followed animal tracks. Alara navigated a maze. Celine listened to the wind, and Isla solved riddles. They reunited in a chamber where Lord Vero, the royal advisor, stood with the crown. He wanted to rule the kingdom. The sisters united. Celine summoned the wind. Amara called animals. Isla unlocked the crown, and Alara seized it. Defeated, Varo vanished. Returning the crown, the kingdom rejoiced. The princesses became known as the Guardians of Harmony. One snowy morning, Elsa noticed glowing snowflakes leading to North Mountain. With Anna and Olaf, she followed the trail to a glacier. Touching it, a passage opened, revealing a diamond-like tunnel. Inside, a crystal floated, whispering, "Only true love can awaken what sleeps within." Holding hands, Elsa and Anna filled the chamber with warmth, transforming it into a breathtaking ice garden. Frozen flowers sparkled, and crystal creatures danced. A gentle voice echoed, "Your love has awakened me. Protect this magic, and it will protect Arendelle forever." As they left, the glacier closed, leaving glittering snow. Anna giggled. "Well, that was one cool mystery." Elsa laughed. "Yes, but it reminds me that love is the strongest magic of all," Olaf added. "And don't forget snacks." They returned home, their hearts glowing under the starry sky.
From an ordinary fairy to a royal designer. Long ago, in the Glittergrove forest, there lived a little fairy named Tilla. She wasn't the strongest fairy. She couldn't make thunder, couldn't summon rainbows, and definitely couldn't fly as fast as her friends. But Tilla had one tiny talent. She loved designing clothes. While other fairies practiced magic spells, Tilla collected flower petals, dewdrops, and spider silk threads to stitch little dresses for her doll. One sunny morning, the forest fairies giggled. "Tilla, you'll never be important with dresses. Fairies need magic, not fashion." Tilla's cheeks turned pink, but she kept quiet. Deep inside, she whispered to herself, "One day, my designs will shine brighter than magic." In the nearby Crystal Palace, Princess Leora was worried. Tomorrow was the Great Fairy Ball, where every fairy shows their power. But her royal gown? Torn by mischievous pixies. The queen sighed. "We need the finest designer in the land, or tomorrow our princess will have no gown." A hummingbird messenger flew across the forest. It landed on Tilla's windowsill with a tiny scroll. "Royal emergency. We need your help." Tilla gasped. "Me? An ordinary fairy?" But she packed her needle, thread, and brave little heart. At the palace, Tilla saw the ruined dress. She touched it gently and whispered, "Don't worry, little gown. We'll make you shine again." She worked all night. She stitched with moonlight threads. She embroidered roses from glowing petals. She added stars that twinkled whenever the princess moved. The gown became more magical than any spell. When Princess Leora entered the ballroom, every fairy gasped. The gown sparkled like the midnight sky. The queen declared, "Tilla, from this day forward, you are the royal designer of the fairy kingdom." The fairies who once teased her clapped with wide eyes. Tilla smiled, not out of pride, but joy. Sometimes the smallest talent becomes the brightest magic of all. Believe in what makes you different. It may be your greatest gift.
It was a cozy summer evening, and Peppa was buzzing with excitement. Tonight, she and her family were going on a camping trip in the countryside. Camping! Camping! She cheered as she packed her little backpack with her flashlight, teddy, and marshmallows. George waddled in holding his toy dinosaur and asked, "Dino go camping too?" "Of course," Peppa giggled. "Everyone's going." Outside, Daddy Pig was loading the car with their tent and sleeping bags, while Mummy Pig packed snacks and warm cocoa in a big silver thermos. Soon, they were off, windows rolled down, breeze in their hair, and Peppa singing songs as the sun began to set behind the trees. When they reached the campground, Peppa was thrilled to find her friends were there too. Susie Sheep, Rebecca Rabbit, and Pedro Pony had pitched their tents nearby. The grown-ups lit a little campfire, and everyone sat in a circle, roasting marshmallows and telling gentle bedtime stories under the stars. Suddenly, something amazing happened. A soft, glowing light floated down from the sky, a twinkling, golden lantern, like a little star with wings. It danced above their heads and gently floated toward the forest. "Let's follow it," Peppa said, her eyes sparkling with wonder. The children tiptoed behind the lantern as it floated between the trees. Then, they discovered a hidden glade, filled with glowing fireflies and flowers that lit up in soft colors whenever they stepped near them. It was like a secret garden that only appeared at night. George gasped when a group of teeny, giggling forest fairies appeared, riding on the backs of glowing butterflies. "They're having a fairy festival," whispered Rebecca Rabbit. The children were invited to join. They danced in a ring of light, twirling and clapping as music floated through the air like magic. Even George's dinosaur got a glittery crown made of starlight. After the magical dance, each child was given a tiny crystal acorn by the fairies. "To remember the magic whenever you feel brave," one fairy said. When the lantern began to drift back toward the campsite, the children followed, yawning with happy hearts. The fairies waved goodbye and disappeared into the moonlight. Back at the tents, Daddy Pig was already snoring softly, and Mummy Pig helped everyone snuggle into their sleeping bags. "That was the best camping night ever," Peppa whispered, holding her glowing acorn. George snuggled close and murmured, "Dino fairy dance?" As the crickets chirped and the stars shimmered above, Peppa and George drifted off to sleep, dreaming of magical lanterns, fairy dances, and glowing gardens. It had been a night they would never forget.